Have you ever been in a city where everyone is speaking English and you don't know what to say?
You understand a little, but when it's your turn to speak, you suddenly go silent.
It happens in real situations, talking to people, ordering food, asking for directions, or sharing your thoughts.
And slowly, that silence turns into a lack of confidence, and you start avoiding conversations.
But the truth is, English is no longer just a subject.
It's an international language that can change your future. Jobs, travel, communication, everything depends on it.
Now imagine this. You are in a city, speaking confidently, talking to anyone without fear, and expressing your thoughts clearly.
That's the power of learning real English.
So if you want to speak English naturally in daily life, this video is for you.
Because today, you are going to learn English through real city conversations.
Hi, I'm Michael. I live in New York, a fast, busy city full of energy and opportunities.
And I'm Sophia. I live in Los Angeles, a city of sunshine, creativity, and a completely different lifestyle.
In this video, we'll talk about our cities, the buildings, the streets, the parks, and the people.
We'll also share the good things, the challenges, and how people actually talk in real life.
You'll learn how to describe your city, how to talk to people, and how to express your ideas clearly.
And most importantly, how to sound natural, not like a textbook, but like real conversation.
Plus, there's one common mistake that many learners make while talking about their city.
And today, you'll learn how to fix it easily.
By the end of this video, you won't feel silent anymore.
You'll start speaking with more confidence.
So don't just watch.
Listen carefully, repeat after us, and imagine yourself in these situations.
If you really want to improve your English step by step,
Then this channel is for you.
because here we help you speak real English for real life.
Ready? Let's get started.
All right, Sophia, let's go deeper into real city life. When someone spends a few days in New York, they start noticing small things like how people talk, how fast they walk, and how quickly conversations happen. It's not just about the place, it's about the behavior of people.
That's true. In Los Angeles, people notice different things, like how relaxed the environment is, how people smile more, and how conversations feel a little slower and more casual. So every city teaches you a different style of communication.
Now, this is important for learners. When you describe a city, don't just talk about buildings or places, also talk about people's behavior. You can say, people speak fast, or people are very friendly.
Yes, and you can also add examples. For example, people are friendly, they smile and talk politely. This makes your English more descriptive.
Now, let me ask you something. When you meet someone new in your city, what do you usually say first? Try to think in English.
You can start with simple sentences like, "Hi, how are you?" or "Nice to meet you." These are basic but very important.
And if you want to continue the conversation, you can ask questions like, where are you from? Or what do you do? These questions help you connect with people.
Now let's talk about shopping areas. In Los Angeles, there are big shopping malls and open markets where people go with friends and family. It's not just shopping, it's also a social activity.
In New York, shopping areas are always crowded. People move quickly, buy what they need, and leave. Everything feels fast and efficient.
So if you want to describe this, you can say, shopping areas are crowded, or people go there to spend time. Both are useful expressions.
Now, notice one thing. When we say people go there to spend time, we are using to plus verb. This structure is very common, like to eat, to relax, to enjoy.
Yes, and you can practice this. Say, I go to the market to buy food. Now try making your own sentence using to plus verb.
Good. Now let's talk about transportation problems. In New York, traffic and crowds can be stressful, especially during busy hours.
In Los Angeles, traffic is also a big issue because people use cars a lot, and sometimes it takes a long time to travel short distances.
So you can say, traffic is a big problem in my city, or it takes a long time to travel. These are very practical sentences.
Now let's talk about weather. In Los Angeles, the weather is usually warm and sunny, which is why people enjoy going outside.
In New York, the weather changes a lot. It can be very cold in winter and very hot in summer.
So if you want to talk about weather, you can say, the weather is germ, the weather is tanda, or the weather changes a lot. Now try to describe the weather in your city in one sentence.
Take a moment and think. Simple sentence is enough. Now let's talk about food habits. In New York, many people eat fast food because they don't have much time.
In Los Angeles, people are more health conscious. They prefer healthy food and fresh meals.
Now, here is something important. When I say people are health conscious, it means they care about their health. You can use this phrase in many situations.
Yes, like, I am health conscious, or people in my city are health conscious. Try to use this in your sentence.
Now let's talk about making friends. In New York, it can be a little difficult because people are busy.
But in Los Angeles, it can be easier because people are more open and relaxed.
So you can say, it is easy to make friends, or it is difficult to make friends. These are very useful expressions.
Now let's practice. Say, it is easy to talk to people in my city. Now you try.
Good. Now let's talk about public places like parks. In New York, parks are very important because people need a place to relax in a busy city.
In Los Angeles, people often go to beaches instead of parks. They walk, exercise, and enjoy the view.
So you can say, people go there to relax, or people go there to enjoy. These are simple and powerful sentences.
Now try to describe one place in your city.
Take your time and speak.
Good. Keep practicing like this.
Now let's talk about communication style. In New York, people speak directly and quickly.
In Los Angeles, people speak more casually and sometimes more politely.
So if you want to improve your English, you should listen to different styles of speaking.
Yes, don't just learn grammar, learn how people actually speak.
Now, here is a very important tip. Instead of memorizing long sentences, learn small patterns and use them again and again.
For example, I like, I go, I usually. These patterns help you speak faster.
Now, let's do a quick practice. Say, I usually go out in the evening. Now make your own sentence.
Very good. This is how you build confidence.
Now let's talk about fear. Many learners feel shy when they speak English.
But remember, everyone starts from zero. No one is perfect in the beginning.
So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start speaking today.
Even if you make mistakes, it's okay. Mistakes help you learn faster.
Now let's continue with our city conversation. In New York, weekends are also busy. People go out, shop, and meet friends.
In Los Angeles, weekends are more about relaxing, going to the beach, and enjoying free time.
So you can say, on weekends, people go out, or on weekends, people relax. Now your turn. What do people do in your city on weekends?
Think and answer.
Good. Keep going. Now let's make it more advanced. Instead of saying, people go out, you can say, many people like to go out with friends and enjoy their time.
This makes your sentence longer and more natural.
And this is how you grow from basic to intermediate English.
Step by step, sentence by sentence.
Now let's keep moving forward and talk about more real situations in city life. So, Sophia, let's talk about something very real. Sometimes when you are in a city, you don't have a long conversation, you just do small talk with people, like when you are standing in a line or sitting in a cafe.
Yes, small talk is very important. It helps you start conversations without feeling nervous. You don't need big sentences, just simple and natural lines.
For example, you can say, "Nice place, right?" It's a very easy way to start a conversation.
Or you can say, "Is it always this busy?" This shows interest and keeps the conversation going.
Now, notice something. These sentences are short, but very useful in real life. You don't always need long sentences.
Exactly. Sometimes simple English is the most powerful English.
Now, let's talk about asking for recommendations. If you are new in a city, you can ask, "Which place should I visit?"
Or you can say, "Can you suggest a good cafe?" This sounds polite and natural.
Now, here is an important point. Instead of saying, "Tell me a cafe," we say, "Can you suggest a cafe?" This sounds more polite.
Yes, polite English is very important. It makes your communication better and more respectful.
Now, let's talk about one more situation. Sometimes in a conversation, there is an awkward silence.
And many learners don't know what to say at that moment, so you can ask simple questions like, "So, what do you usually do?"
Or you can say, "How do you like this place?" This helps continue the conversation.
Now, let me ask you something. If your conversation suddenly stops, what will you say next?
Think about it and try to answer in English.
Good. This is how you practice real-life situations.
Now, let's learn one small but important difference. Instead of saying, "Give me water," say, "Can I have some water?"
This makes your English polite and natural, and people respond better to polite sentences.
So always try to use polite forms in conversations. All right, today's video is completed.
Now let's quickly revise what we learned in this lesson.
We learned how to talk about city life in real English using simple and natural sentences.
We also explored New York and Los Angeles and how both cities are different in lifestyle, people, transport, food, and daily life.
We practiced important English patterns like "I usually," "people go to," and "it feels like."
And we also learned how to start small talk, ask simple questions, and speak politely in real situations.
Most importantly, we understood that real English is simple English, not complicated sentences.
Now we want to ask you something.
How did you like today's video?
Was it helpful for you or not?
Please tell us in the comments.
Because your comments motivate us to create better and more useful videos for you.
And also tell us which part did you like the most in today's lesson.
Was it city conversation, small talk, or daily life English?
And what topic do you want in the next video?
We always read your comments and try to make videos based on your needs.
So your support means a lot to us.
If you are learning English with us, don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the English Cafe.
Because here, we don't just teach English.
We help you build confidence to speak in real life.
Keep practicing every day.
And stay connected with us.
We'll see you in the next video.